Hey guys, welcome back. Drip Coach here with Drip and Farm for Poverty, where we don't trust, we verify, and operate with integrity and transparency. Today we got an update on WorldLibertyFi. So I showed you guys last week how I was able to get my initial out, and like I said, this thing was going to definitely have some volatility. I still believe there's potential, but that doesn't mean that it will not be rife with potential scams or exit liquidity options. I have no idea really how to categorize this, but this thread, according to what took place last week, I mean, for all intents and purposes, it looked like your classic token launch pump and dump, in my humble opinion. So right now it's sitting at 23 cents, but it had jumped all the way up to like around 40, I think. And then it dumped all the way back down to like 18. But again, if you've been following me, I mentioned getting in at this at 0.015, so less than 2 cents. So all this I didn't really care about. But any of you guys that were trying to buy on launch, yeah, you may have gotten wrecked. And potentially, supposedly, it was because of Justin Sun. So we're gonna look at this thread. I don't personally have any skin in the game with this. I'm sitting Gucci, but this is just to show you the TLDR is that token launches, whale games, the entire crypto space is definitely rife with scams, pump and dumps, exit liquidity, games being played, manipulation, whale games, market makers, all sorts of stuff, right? So that's why it's best to just buy and hold Bitcoin. Like buy your Bitcoin, get it off the exchange, hold it in cold storage, and not really worry about the rest, because the deck is just immensely stacked against you. And honestly, to me, what we're seeing and how a lot of us may be affected by these scams and might have gotten, lost some money or whatever, this is basically what Wall Street has been doing. This is what the entire control system of fiat and big money has always done behind the scenes. This just gives us a front row seat to it. And now there are also other players in the game, like, engineers and coders and devs, your white hat and black hat hackers and stuff like that. So, but essentially it's all the same game that's always been there. People will find a way to steal money if they can. So let's get into this. Trump blocked Justin Sun's wallet. Why? He tried to control the WorldLibertyFi price, but the truth goes much deeper than one token. I spent 48 hours analyzing, so here's what happened. So here we go. 2 months ago, Eric Trump and Sun were besties. They supported WorldLibertyFi launch together with Sun pouring 30 million. I remember that big push, how he put a lot of money into that. The freeze, this wallet was locked by governance vote. So let's go here real quick, actually, before we go there. Where is the post? Here we go. We've heard community concerns about recent wallet blacklist. Transparency WorldLibertyFi only intervenes to protect users, never to silence normal activity. So this is where the team, so this is also something to be aware of. Pretty much every token outside of Bitcoin is controlled. Okay, I take that back. There are definitely some where they have launched them and burned the keys. There's some like my Flapjack token that was launched on a meme coin generator on Binance, and then there's no control in that. So not all tokens, but definitely a lot of the big ones. Now, a staking token, basically if you control enough of the stake, then you can control the token. That doesn't matter with Bitcoins. That's why I say it's just best to just buy and hold Bitcoin. But anyway, in some of these cases, having someone control the tokens is what a lot of people would be comfortable with, because it's more familiar, like the banks and stuff that they're used to. So what happened with this is some wallets were blacklisted, and whoever the WorldLibertyFi team is looked into this and they blacklisted these wallets. So here they are. Over the past few days, 272 wallets were blacklisted. This is a very small segment of total holders. Was done solely to prevent the harm while we investigate and help impacted users. Let's take a look at the number of token holders, shall we? Since they said it's not that many. Yeah, there's 75,000 total token holders, so 2,000 out of 75,000. I guess that's not bad. Or 200 out of 75,000. Yeah, not bad. Let's see, breakdown. So 79% were tied to a phishing attack. We stepped in preventively to stop hackers from draining funds. This was definitely something I saw. There was websites that were telling people the token was live before it was live. There was even a website that was similar to like WorldLibertyFi.com instead of financial. Then there was like a World Liberty Financial where the I with a 1. So definitely people were phished for sure. So 215 tied to a phishing attack. So they jumped in to try to save that, which is good. 50 wallets, 18.4% users reported compromised via support. We blacklisted those. 1.8 flag for high risk, and 4 suspected of misappropriation of holders' funds under thorough internal review. We do not seek to blacklist anyone. We respond when alerted to malicious or high risk activity. If you were affected by phishing attempt, contact them. We'll continue to work with rightful owners, privacy matters, safety, blah, blah, blah. All right, so in this as well was this story. So Justin Sun, he dumped a bunch of money into this, and then he had a wallet that held $100 million worth of WorldLibertyFi tied to cross-chain loops. That freeze destroyed Sun's engine, borrow, bridge, and dump, and left retail wrecked again. So if you're not familiar with Justin Sun, he is CEO or creator of Tron Network, one of the OG original crypto, platforms, rails, layers. Yeah, I don't know. I'm drawing a blank right now, but it is still up there in regards to like market cap and user usage. Where's Tron? Number 9. So, but he has always had a black cloud around him. Can't really be trusted. And then there's some shady stuff that goes on with him and behind the scenes. So this wallet was blacklisted. So Sun's game never changes. Launch a token, pump it with fake liquidity, exit silently. This time he was caught mid-move. The Trump camp didn't hesitate to block him. So like it or not, decentralized or centralized, sometimes things like this definitely are beneficial for especially people that are new to crypto and have no idea how this works. And seeing this kind of manipulation, you do want, in my opinion, someone to step in and, try to stop the bleeding, so to speak. On the other hand, of course, if you want decentralized, then that just means the code is the law and people can do whatever the hell they want. That's something you could argue with Sun's tokens, right? He bought them, and if he knows how to, rig the game in his favor, some would say that that's fair. Obviously, the bulk of the minnows left holding the bag would say that's not fair. So I'm going to swing with them because, I'd rather see more people make money off of this rather than one person just greedily using it to his own advantage. So Sun record is long, 2018 to 2020, 600K fake TRX trades, 31 million in illicit profits, 224, pulled 732 million from BTC and USDD collateral, and 225 invested 30 million in WorldLibertyFi while SEC paused his case. So he was under investigation before. Every cycle, Sun pushes a line, fake trades, shadow liquidity, cross-chain exploits, always just inside the gray zone, but every scandal brings regulators closer. SEC sues Tron founder Justin Sun on securities market manipulation charges. After the freeze, Sun turned to X. He's tweeting every hour, "I'm innocent, this is FUD, but on-chain doesn't lie." TLDR, I don't know. He probably did do it. I don't have, again, a dog in this fight, but I would applaud the WorldLibertyFi team for stepping in and investigating on this. So definitely when you look on chain, you can tell if this is legit or not. You can see, the transactions and the timestamps. I showed you guys that some of the stuff with the bots and stuff like that, you can see how quickly they make these trades plus other stuff. So it's rather easy to spot bots and wash trading. And wash trading is illegal in TradFi. Can't really say if it's illegal or not in crypto. I don't know if there's actually any regulation on any of that at all. But either way, he crashed the token price and ran away with quite a bit of money. So right now, the token's trading back at 23 cents, which I think with the team and what they're planning on doing, I believe in the long term, this does still have some potential. Not financial advice for you to go buy into this at any stage. But if you were like me and you got in super early, I would definitely say continue to hold for now and see what happens. Take your profits right now if you're still up, a good 15x if you got in like I did. If you bought in at launch, I have no idea where you're sitting at. Good luck. But I still believe this has legs. I still believe it's going to get to like at least $1. I believe they actually are going to be building on this and building the actual financial products. Got an app coming, lending and borrowing coming soon. And on that note, I'll do another video. I am going to be looking at I actually already opened an account with Strike with Jack Mallers. So right now I have Ledn, I have Trip to BTC, and I have Morpho on Coinbase. Out of all of those, Morpho is the only one that's DeFi, but I don't exactly trust Brian Armstrong, even though supposedly the way the code is written, it's showing that, your tokens are indeed moving. But I haven't looked underneath the hood for all that. So I still think we got some legs left in this bull market, so I'm not worried about pulling my collateral off yet. But I do like Jack Mallers and how he does things. And like we always say, don't trust, verify. But if you're going to be trying to live off of your Bitcoin or never sell your Bitcoin, there is a level of trust that has to be implemented, because if you're not selling it, then you are borrowing against it. And if you're borrowing against it, you have to give it to someone. And if you have to give it to someone, you have to trust that they're going to do right by you and not loan it out. So I definitely believe in Ledn and what Jack is building. Morpho, I'm testing still, and still believe in triple BTC, but there's no loan option there. But I brought all that to say that I believe WorldLibertyFi will be implementing something like that as well. Whether or not I trust them, I don't know yet, but I will test it out when that comes available. So we'll see. All right, that's all I got for this update. Smash that HBO special, help a brother out, like, subscribe, comment down below, and until next time, live daily and achieve your impossible. See ya.